Republicans have now passed their tax reform bill through both chambers of Congress. And while it still requires reconciliation between the two versions, it seems to be on track to being passed and signed by President Trump before the end of the year. Now, this bill is far too large and expansive for me to quickly break down all the policy pros and cons, though I've taken a look at individual pieces in some of my other videos, and I encourage you to check those out. But I want to take a quick look at some of the political pros and cons for the Republicans. Republicans have felt a lot of pressure to get something done, to get some legislative win through Congress, and they decided that the most important thing was this tax cut/reform bill, and they've been rushing to get it through Congress. So clearly they think it's going to have some political benefits. Now, the biggest and most obvious benefit is that this is going to bring in a lot of donations for the Republican Party, and it's going to keep their big donors happy. This is something they absolutely need to do in order to be competitive with Democrats next year in 2018. Democrats did really well in the off-year elections in Virginia and New Jersey, and presidents typically see a large loss in members of Congress of their own party during midterm years. And if the Republicans have to go into that fight with their bank account depleted, it's not going to go well. The only other benefit I see is that they can say they got something done. They passed a bill, they did some governing of some sort, so it helps protect them from some of the criticism that they would otherwise receive from Democrats about being unable to get anything done, even though they control both chambers of Congress and the presidency. However, there's a big cost to pay for Republicans on this. The biggest one is that this bill is pretty unpopular. Polls range from poll to poll, but by and large it runs from 25 to about 35%, averaging in the low 30s of approval ratings in polls, and has in the high 40s of disapproval. It's one of the most unpopular tax packages of the last 30 years, and that's particularly impressive because that actually includes tax hikes that have happened in the past, but were actually more popular than this bill. Passing unpopular legislation doesn't usually go over well, and Republicans fall people should know this. When Obamacare passed,
who have read
it was
about the
not
economic
very
recovery for
popular at the
years,
time,
but have
really
never
didn't start
experienced
to
it.
become that
Today is a
popular
great
until just
day
the
for
last
them.
year, when
Qué gran
Republicans
día
tried to take
el
it
día de
away,
hoy
and
para
it's been
todas
fully
las familias de Estados
implemented.
Unidos.
And
Hoy
Democrats
estamos
got
un paso
hammered
más
in the
cerca
midterm election
a
after they
mejores
passed
empleos,
Obamacare. The
más
other political
oportunidades.
problem that they're
Hoy
going
es
to have with
especialmente
this
un
is that
día
it doesn't give a
muy
lot of
bueno y
immediate
positivo
benefits
para
to their
aquellas
base or to
familias
key swing
que han leído
constituencies.
sobre la
The
recuperación
biggest
económica,
tax
pero que
benefits
no
by
la han
far
sentido,
go to
que no han
wealthy
percibido ese
individuals
crecimiento
and
económico
corporations.
en
And
sus
some
hogares.
middle-class
Hoy
people
estamos un
will
paso
actually
más
see their
cerca a
taxes
un
go
futuro
up,
más
and most will
próspero
at best
para
see a
todos en este
relatively
gran
minor
país.
tax cut.
Now I want to
And
introduce
legislation
ahora,
that benefits the wealthy but doesn't benefit the middle class very much may be good for
You know how to
scoring
say ways
political
and means in
donation,
Spanish?
but it's not as
El
good at scoring
presidente del
voters.
Comité de
In my
Medios
view,
y
Republicans may
Arbitrios,
be better
Ways and
off
Means, Kevin Brady.
passing this legislation than passing nothing at all. But they could have made a much better tax bill that cut taxes
This
more
is
steeply
an
for the middle
incredibly
class
exciting day
and not as
for the
much
American
for the
people, and
wealthiest of
it would not be
Americans,
here
and that would have
for
likely
them
been
without
much more
incredible
popular
leadership
and
from
dramatically
Speaker Ryan
improved
and
their
our leadership
chances
team,
in the
our members in the
2018
House, and
election. They also
especially
could have
I want to
focused
thank
on
the
other
24
issues
members
like
of the House Ways and Means
infrastructure,
Committee,
where there was more room
Republicans.
for
Amazing
more
job
popular
there.
legislation. But that's just my take on it. Let me know what you
Think about it,
about
for the first
political
time in
pros
3
and
decades,
cons
the
of
House
the
just voted to
Republican
pass sweeping tax
package
reform
moving
bills. We
through
just passed a
Congress
bill
right now.
that'll bring
And like
relief,
and subscribe to learn
simplicity,
more.
and fairness